For thousands of years, the Indian subcontinent has recognized gender and sexuality as a spectrum rather than a strict binary, and our history, literature, and living traditions reflect this diversity. Ancient texts like the Kama Sutra speak openly of Tritiya Prakriti, or third nature individuals, people who did not fit into the male-female binary, including men who loved men, women who loved women, and gender-nonconforming people. Even regional folklore, especially in Telugu-speaking regions, preserves memories of gender fluidity. Stories such as Pedhama and Chinama from Rayalaseema portray two female guardian spirits worshipped as a pair, symbolizing deep emotional companionship beyond heteronormative marriage. Many Telugu folk narratives feature women who take on male roles, men possessed by female deities adopting feminine identities, and ritual marriages to gods that break conventional gender expectations. The Jogappa tradition in Telangana and parts of Andhra Pradesh is a powerful example of non-binary acceptance. Devotees of Yellama, often assigned male at birth, live as women or as a third gender, performing music, healing rituals, and embodying the goddess in their community. These traditions reveal that queer lives were not hidden, they were integrated into spiritual, social, and cultural life. Even in more recent centuries, practices like Darga Shadi, where same-sex partners perform informal vow-taking rituals at certain dargas in Andhra and Telangana, show that local communities continue to provide symbolic spaces for same-sex unions, even without legal recognition. Modern India's legal journey reflects a struggle between its inclusive cultural past and the restrictive colonial laws imposed on it. In 2018, a historic turning point came with the Supreme Court's Navtej Singh Johar judgment, which decriminalized homosexuality by striking down Section 377, affirming that consensual queer relationships are not crimes but an expression of human dignity. The legal recognition of transgender rights began earlier in the 2014 NALSA judgment, which declared transgender people a constitutionally protected third gender, later followed by the Transgender Persons Act of 2019 that prohibits discrimination in employment, education, healthcare, and public spaces. However, despite this progress, same-sex marriage remains unrecognized in India, following the Supreme Court's 2023 ruling that left the decision to Parliament. Queer couples still cannot adopt jointly, and they lack many marital rights such as inheritance, insurance, and hospital decision-making. India has legally recognized the right to love, but not yet the right to form families. Yet, when we look back at our own cultural roots, from Kama Sutra's acceptance of diverse sexualities to the Jogappa community's sacred role, from folk tales that honor fluid identities to local rituals like Darga Shadi, we see that the idea of queer existence is not new, foreign, or modern. It is ancient, indigenous, and deeply woven into the Indian imagination. The real challenge today is not creating space for queer people, but returning to the inclusiveness our ancestors already practiced, and ensuring that legal rights match the cultural richness we have inheritance.